Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, today I just want to talk briefly on a discussion we were having yesterday. That was a Sunday. So, I was discussing with a few of my friends about the plan to spend some retirement time in Africa, precisely in Nigeria, because our root is Nigeria. And of course, this is applicable to any other African countries. So we were discussing about what are the requirements that we need to put in place after living in the abroad before relocating. Not like fully relocating. My belief is that as a dual citizen, you can actually enjoy both worlds, here home and Africa home. So we were discussing about the requirement that we need to put in place to actually be able to kind of have that relaxation, enjoyment, and fun in Africa. So the number one requirement we discussed was the housing. That is your accommodation, your own place, because after spending all this time abroad, you don't want to go to Nigeria and still, kind of going to stay with relatives or friends or in hotel or Airbnb. It's a different thing if you're just there for a short period, like a 2 weeks or you know maybe max 1 month. But if you will be spending like a 6 months every year or 3 months every year or 4 months every year, I think it is advisable to have your own place so that you will just, once you come into the country, you can just go to your own place and then you let people know you're around when you want to let them know. Okay? Your own accommodation. I'm of the opinion that you should have your own. When I say your own, what I mean is that the one you have built for yourself in the location of where you want to stay, you intend to stay, or the one you have decided to buy, as in, maybe from the developer or what you have already built. That is what I will do. But if you want to go, if you decide to rent, that's absolutely still fine, still okay with you. But I would rather prefer my home place, where I've built or I've bought. That is, I can, I have my key, anytime I'm in there, I'm in town, I can just, go into my property. Okay. The second thing we discuss about is we need to have a sense of cash flow. African can be expensive. I mean, in this instance, Nigeria can be expensive to live in. What we meant by expensive is after coming from the abroad, there's some certain level of comfortability you will want to enjoy in Nigeria. So you will need a consistent cash flow. And you can have this by either you've already have a business there that is generating this cash flow for you, or you have some investments, whether in mutual funds, it can be in treasury bills, it can be in bond, as in the government bonds that will be generating interest. So this, they can be paying you quarterly, they can be paying you semi-annually every six months. So you would have calculated how much you will be receiving from this investment versus what you intend to be spending when you're in Africa. So you can then know that at least you're 100% sure this interest or dividend will be coming in for you to use to meet your expenses in Africa. Or you have a business that is generating cash flow that, okay, this business is doing well already, generating cash flow, so that is sorted out. You put yourself on a salary from your business, so every month you're receiving a particular salary incommensurate with what your expenses will be. The third requirement we mentioned is your own transportation, that is your car. So it's either you have already shipped down your car to Africa, as in the particular country you'll be staying, or you have decided that when you get there, you buy your own car so that you wouldn't need to disturb anybody, as in any relative or friends, to start borrowing their car, because they will also have plans for their own movements. And because if you don't have your own car, you would then have to be relying and depending on when the relative or friend's car is available for you to use. And if you decide to be using Uber, again, if you're not coming for a short term, like 2 weeks or max 4 weeks, if you're going to be in Africa for 6 months or 3 months or 4 months, and you decide to be using Uber, that will cost you quite a lot. So it's better you just have your own car, so you know that anytime you're in the country, you get your car service. And most of the time, when you're not in the country, you don't release the car for relatives to be using, because if you do that, by the time you come back, you might not even recognize that car. So when you're leaving, you kind of cover it and let it be there, so that once you come in, the car is already available for your own usage. So I will repeat the 3 things that we discussed: accommodation, your place, your personal place that you'll be staying, source of cash flow. Another way for you to generate your cash flow, I forgot to mention, is that apart from business or investment in a bond, treasury bill, and what's the third thing I mentioned? Or mutual funds. If you also have rental properties, that is giving you rental income. Of course, that depends on the area. My experience has been that most people, depends on the area. If you're not in a really high-end area, most tenants do not really pay in Nigeria. They might pay initially when they enter the property, but after, it becomes like kind of very stressful to get your money. So, but all in all, you could still use your rental income as a form of cash flow to use live in Nigeria. So those are the 3. And the 4th thing, as I mentioned, is the car. So you need your accommodation, you need source of cash flow, the money you will be needing and to spend in Africa to maintain yourself. And of course, you need your transportation. A caveat to the source of cash flow in Africa: if you also have a source of cash flow in the abroad, you can, of course, let's say you have rental property, maybe in US or UK, and you know that, okay, every month, this particular amount you'll be getting, or your pension, or, at least source of money coming in for you, even when you're not in the abroad, that is not necessarily working there. So you can also be collecting that every month to change and then use it for yourself. And of course, have fun, enjoy yourself in Africa. When you feel the stress is too much, because it can be very stressful sometimes, you go back to the abroad where you are from, and then spend some time, relax yourself, chill. And then again, when you want, you go back to Africa. So as a dual citizen, you are able to enjoy both worlds. All right. So that is just what I said I should share with you guys today. Try and please subscribe to my channel, comment if you agree with this requirement. If you think there are other requirements you want to add, please feel free to add in the comment section. And of course, like the video. Thank you and have a great week ahead.